I just want to bring in Jonas Max Ferris. Jonas, I'm looking right now at the dollar, so there's a little bit of a rebound, but this is after 6 days of declines. Something that Donald Trump has talked a lot about, that is to say, implying that changes in manufacturing are coming if he's elected, bringing those manufacturing jobs back to the U.S. But as far as you see the dollar, I mean, sometimes a weaker dollar is better for U.S. manufacturing companies, right?
Right. In general, you don't want too strong a currency. That's the problem they have in, like, Switzerland. And, in fact, that's why Germany wanted to be on the euros to get. I mean, that's primarily an export-driven economy, more so than America, but it benefits you as an exporter to have a relatively, you don't want a really weak currency, but you don't want it to be so strong that foreigners can't buy your airplanes, your cars, et cetera.
And so, Jonas, just from a political standpoint, because I like to make the distinction for people, I mean, every single politician out there, every single Treasury Secretary says, we want a strong dollar, we want a strong dollar, but really, it's better if it's a little weaker, right?
Right. It's one of the reasons earnings are been bad, essentially, or relatively bad. And for corporations, they're bringing in money, and it's converting badly, basically. Also, I will say that the bets have been on our currency continuing to strengthen, as it has in recent years. But that basically ended in November, and it's been weakening ever since, which has been a head scratcher and lost a lot of hedge funds and a lot of people money, because money has been going into currencies that have negative interest rates across Europe, Japan, and it's ruined a lot of trade.
Right, all these central banks essentially in this race to the bottom, trying to almost devalue as quickly as possible. But Jonas, from a macro standpoint, one thing that I've heard, and I'm sure you have too, is this idea: if China is slowing, Europe is not quite steady, and the U.S. isn't where it needs to be, again, we're talking about economic strength, where can new money go?
Well, that's the other thing that's been a recent drag, is this recovery off the collapse earlier this year. It was built largely on China not collapsing, on oil coming back in price and getting into the mid-40s, and commodities not bottoming out and coming back. All that story is built on China not sinking. So when you get negative news out of China, and then you see oil prices starting to head back into maybe into the 30s soon, commodities go back down, it starts to make the whole recovery that happened in the last few months seem on shaky feet, essentially. So you do have that problem where we need the Chinese economy not to just collapse in a engineered program of building stuff that's not going to work out, and commodity prices and oil is going to keep falling.
All right, Jonas Max Ferris.